Welcome. Let me start with an announcement. There are a few more standing places on the walking track above. So if you are standing around the edges of the main arena, you're invited to go upstairs if you want, and we're doing a live streaming into the large classroom located over there. It's my privilege today to welcome all of you to Berea's 141st commencement in our 157th anniversary year. Members of the class of 2013, this is your special day. And can I ask you all to be seated now? Thanks. This is your special day, a day of remembrance of the journey that has brought you to this point, a day of celebration for your accomplishments, and a day of anticipation of the life that lies ahead. We want you to enjoy this day of mixed emotions and high expectations. This truly is your day of commencement, of looking back, and of moving forward. And let me ask just the members of the class to stand again so that we can applaud you. Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome also to you who are parents, family members, and friends of the members of the class of 2013. This is a day for you to be proud of your graduate. You too have traveled alongside your sons and daughters. You have loved them. You have taught them the values you thought important. As family, you have supported them in all the ways possible to you throughout their lives thus far. So today is one of remembrance and celebration for you as well. And would all the family members and friends of this year's graduates please stand up to receive our welcome and applause. Thank you. Welcome also to you Berea College labor supervisors who today bid goodbye to those whom you have taught and worked alongside for these past 4 years. I know that you too are proud of these graduates and their accomplishments. As labor supervisors, you have taught these students important work skills, mentored them in so many ways, and helped them to polish their already strong work ethics. So could I ask the labor supervisors to stand and receive our applause? And welcome also to you, Berea College faculty, who today also bid goodbye to those whom you have taught and nurtured for the past 4 years. I know that you too are proud of these graduates and their accomplishments. As Berea's faculty, you have had the privilege of teaching, challenging, encouraging, and caring for these young men and women across their Berea years. And you are to be commended for your committed work that bears fruit in today's commencement. Many of you have also served as academic advisors and also stood already as labor supervisors, affording you many other opportunities to be involved in their personal growth. So could I ask the faculty to stand and receive our applause? And let me also introduce the platform party for today, as I also thank them for their encouragement, support, and participation in this special ceremony. I'll ask each person to stand as I call their name and to remain standing until all the names are called. And could you please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. So starting in the back row, Glenn Jennings, trustee of the college. Tyler Thompson, trustee. William Richardson, trustee. Elizabeth Colbreth, trustee. John Auxier, honorary trustee. Judge Wilson, secretary of the board. Michelle Jansen, vice president for alumni and college relations. Gil Wofford, vice president for labor and student life. And Jeff Ambergy, vice president for finance. And in the front row, Curtis Sandberg, Director of Academic Services. Reverend Gail Bowman, Esquire, Director, Chaplain, the Willis D. Weatherford Junior Campus Christian Center. Dr. Linda Strong-Leek, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Scott Steele, Dean of Curriculum and Student Learning. Mr. Peter O'Connor, honorary degree recipient and speaker. Dr. Richard Olson, Associate Professor in Sustainability and Environmental Studies, our SENS program. Dr. Wayne Tolliver, William Hutchins Alumni Chair and Professor of Economics and Business and the Faculty Marshal. And Dr. Chad Berry, Associate Vice President and Dean of the Faculty. Class of 2013, individually and as a group, you have impressed us in so many ways. With your growth intellectually, with the community you enthusiastically joined and helped extend, with your determination to care for one another and this region and this world we've been given. We will miss you a lot, even as we wish you well and expect to see you back as often as you are able. So let us join together now in a time of remembrance and reflection. Let us savor a wonderful experience as it is ending and ponder with hope and expectations the new beginnings that are upon us. And finally, let us think of the deep human mystery of individuals in community as we celebrate individual accomplishments simultaneously made possible by and enhancing a remarkable community and place. So our welcome is extended to all of you who have come to celebrate this special moment in the lives of the Berea College class of 2013.
Please join me in prayer. Lord God, we praise you and thank you for all that you have done, all that you are doing, and all that you are going to do. Thank you so much for getting us this far. Looking back, we see the struggles, the hurt, the pain, and the sleepless nights. But we also see how you have blessed us in so many ways. God, you got us through it. You gave us the strength to push forward even when we wanted to give up. You placed people in our lives, friends, families, and others to encourage and uplift us. We thank you that we made it to this graduation day. Some of us didn't think this was possible. But with you, God, all things are possible. God, we now start a new journey, a new chapter in our lives. An uncharted road lies before us. We are both excited and scared of what the future may hold for us. We know that we are not alone in this. We know that, God, you will get us through whatever lies ahead of us. So we ask, oh God, that you lead us and guide us as we start out on this new adventure. God, use us to change the world. Use us to make a difference. God, open our eyes to see the people around us. Help us to be a blessing and an encouragement to those we meet. Help us, God, to finish well and to give it our all. God, thank you for all you have done for us and for getting us this far. Amen.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, I'm Dr. Bullock. I know you wonder who's that hollering in the back. But what we want to do is dedicate this song, particularly as we do every year, to our seniors who are graduating. And the song is one that's called Released. And it really talks about just what Heather was praying about, all the things that we've gone through. And it's from the perspective of God, saying, I've heard your prayers, and now it's time to go. It's time to soar. You are released. Go in the name of the Lord. And we'll have part of the vocal accent will be by Emmanuel Watkins. We usually ask that our seniors stand at this time and turn and face us, just 'cause.
held you back.
You are released.
To release your glorious sight.
You are released.
To walk into your wealthy place.
You are released.
To soar among the stars.
You are released.
To go in the name of the Lord.
You are released. Go in the name of the Lord.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard Olson. I'm a member of the Sustainability and Environmental Studies faculty and the head of the Community Sustainability Laboratory. And as one of the many people at Berea who work for sustainable communities and environmental and social justice, it's my privilege to introduce Peter J. O'Connor. Graduate of Georgetown University Law Center, Mr. O'Connor moved to New Jersey in 1967 and began what would become a 4-decade-long fight to provide low-income, elderly, and disabled citizens with the choice to reside in affordable housing in high-opportunity communities with access to decent jobs, good schools, and a safe environment. Mr. O'Connor was instrumental in litigation leading to the landmark Mount Laurel decision in the New Jersey Supreme Court, which laid the framework for the obligation of each community to provide its fair share of affordable housing, which is a landmark decision in land use and civil rights law. But it's a victory that he and his public interest group have had to fight almost daily since to defend and to make sure that it's implemented. And not content with achieving a legal framework, he established the Fair Share Housing Development Corporation to build and manage affordable housing. And not content with just erecting buildings, he's put in place educational and social services to support the success of the residents. So directly and indirectly, Mr. O'Connor has materially improved the lives of thousands of low-income citizens. Now, you can read the details of his career in the Commencement Bulletin, but it won't describe how he spent 2 hours yesterday sharing his experience with 25 low-income housing providers in Madison County, so strengthening our community. And it won't talk about the fact that he showed a picture as part of his presentation with him surrounded by children from one of his safe and secure developments that he referred to as his kids. Because clearly, underlying the litigation and the planning and zoning battles and all is Peter's love for the people he serves and his determination to win justice for them. So, Mr. President, I recommend Peter J. O'Connor for the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
Thank you, Richard. Berea College, on the recommendation of its faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in it, the Board of Trustees has conferred on Peter J. O'Connor, distinguished attorney for more than 40 years, renowned civil rights activist, powerful and esteemed public speaker, dedicated proponent of social justice, champion for affordable housing and development in underserved communities, and steadfast advocate for quality of life and equity for all, the degree of Doctor of Laws, given in this city of Berea, in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, on the 5th day of May, in the year of our Lord, 2013.
I thought I was being choked. I have some prepared remarks, but before I begin, I would take a moment to thank the choir for releasing me in the name of God in order to give these remarks. Thank you. I am privileged to come here today as a co-worker in the struggle for justice, to pay my respects and offer my gratitude to an institution which has been a true profile in courage, a leader, advocate, and practitioner of social justice for more than 150 years. Beginning in 1855 with the adoption and implementation of its mission of racial equality and the education of women, and subsequently with its programs of assistance for the Appalachia region, Berea College has provided an environment in which social justice flourishes and the Christian tradition of acceptance and tolerance is imparted to its students. Thank you, President Roloffs, the trustees, faculty, and to my friend Bob Schaefer for giving me this special honor. I was asked by Berea to speak to you today about the meaning of social justice in our lives and in the lives of the nation. At its core, social justice is a very simple concept. It requires each of us to treat others as we would want to be treated, with respect and fairness, regardless of race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or physical condition. Social justice is living a life of service to others, in which you promote and support policies and laws which provide for an equitable distribution and sharing of resources, both natural and man-made. And that includes government assistance, in order to reach a goal of ensuring a dignified life for all. Social justice also requires a belief in access to equal opportunity for all, especially my clients, the poor and the disadvantaged. I believe that an important goal of social justice, which I have tried to advance over the last 46 years, is the elimination of poverty through the provision of quality, integrated education and the development of affordable housing on a regional scale rather than warehousing the poor in our urban ghettos, which is today a policy which is politically more palatable. In summary, social justice requires us to live a life guided by the belief set forth in Berea's motto: God has made of one blood all peoples of the earth, and that we are brothers and sisters and should be treated as such. I'm glad to be here. I feel comfortable, and I feel that I'm with brothers and sisters in that struggle for justice. Social justice begins in the home. How we're going to live our lives and play out these ideals and treat others starts with the values we are taught by our parents. I want to share with you the fact that my brother and I are the product of a single-parent household. My father deserted my mother, my brother, and me when we were 2 and 3 years old. My mother never remarried. She devoted her life to making sure that we had the opportunity to succeed. And I believe that's part of what's happening here today. My mother lived her life for others. My mother taught elementary school in the city of Newark, New Jersey for more than 30 years. Always worked her entire summer vacations for the simple fact that we needed the money. Her joy in life was seeing my brother and I do well. She taught us through her example that determination and hard work were the keys to success. She repeatedly told us, "I will never let you down, and no matter what the obstacles are, you can do it." I can hear that refrain from some of the single-parent households here today. I remember her constantly saying to my brother and I, "There are just the two of you, so never let each other down." My mother, despite her work schedule, never missed one of our school or sports events. She always helped us with our homework, even as she struggled to earn her master's degree in education at night at Seton Hall University. She instilled in us compassion and respect for our neighbors, our classmates, and their families, regardless of whether they were rich or poor, black or white. And now I want to share with you a deeply personal point, and that was that my mother always taught us to forgive those who may have done us wrong. Forgiveness is an integral part of social justice. When my brother and I discovered that my father, who had deserted us, at the age of 85, was alone in life and dying of cancer in a hospital of all places, Louisville, my mother told me to forget the past and go take care of your father. My brother and I could forgive my father for deserting us, but as you can imagine, it was a much harder thing to forgive the pain and suffering he caused my mother throughout her life. I went to Louisville and visited with my father for only 5 minutes before he went into a coma for 3 days and died. My brother and I arranged the funeral mass and buried my father in Brooklyn, New York, where he was born. Believe me, that was a real social justice challenge for both my brother and I. But sometimes in life, as you will learn, you just have to do tough things. The life experiences and values imparted by my mother formed the basis of my commitment to live a life totally devoted to social justice. I'm sure that there are graduates here today who are from single-parent households who may have shared similar experiences with my brother and I. Along with my brother Jim, who graduated from Villanova University and then went on to become president of Ford Motor Company of Canada, and then Mexico, and then all of the United States, I commend you for not using your single-parent situation as an excuse, as a reason for failure. I applaud your graduation today and have confidence that you will accomplish your goals regardless of any roadblocks placed in your way. Graduates, you may feel you're facing difficult times as a result of today's globalization, what they call outsourcing, limited job opportunities, and flat wages. You may also be worried because of the Boston situation about terrorism, the future of the middle class, and whether really the American dream is still possible. These concerns, I admit, are real. But our nation has faced tougher times before and have always met the challenges and prevailed. At Berea, you've learned fundamental values which will sustain you as you go forward to live your lives and hopefully help solve the problems of our nation. Don't laugh. 50 years ago, I graduated from the College of Holy Cross. I find it hard to believe that such time has passed. But I remember that day vividly because of the connection to my work in social justice. On June 12, 1963, the day that I graduated, Medgar Evers, the Secretary of the Mississippi NAACP, was gunned down in front of his home by the Ku Klux Klan. The Worcester Telegram, which was the paper that covered our graduation, the next day had a front page story. The part of it was on our graduation, and the other half of the page was on the death, the assassination of Medgar Evers. That will stick in my mind always. At that time, the civil rights movement was underway, and the nation was beginning to build up for the Vietnam War. Those were difficult times also. My generation faced those challenges by participating in the civil rights movement in order to start this nation on a path to racial equality, and also, unfortunately, in retrospect, serving in the Vietnam War, which initially we were told was a necessary war. Many brave lives from my generation were lost in both struggles. In the Vietnam War, many of my classmates were among the 58,000 soldiers who died. Their names are listed on the wall in Washington, D.C., which is our national memorial. My college roommate was a Marine. He was wounded in Vietnam, paralyzed from the waist down, and has spent his entire life unable to walk. Another of my classmates was exposed in Vietnam to Agent Orange, and as a result has suffered Parkinson's disease for the last 22 years. Yes, you may think today's times are difficult, but in our lives, we've all experienced difficult times. Witnessing the special needs of my college classmates, we formed the first class foundation at Holy Cross 25 years ago. I was one of the founders and still remain the president of the foundation. Our goal was to help our classmates throughout their lives when it came to our attention that they had special needs. This is something I would ask all of the graduates to consider, because in this group sitting in front of me, you will not go through life unscathed. There will be classmates who have special problems. We have provided through the foundation support and comfort to a number of our classmates. One with MS who needed a handicapped equipped van. The wife and children of another classmate who committed suicide and left his family completely broke. And finally, a classmate who suffered a mental breakdown, lost everything, and needed shelter and financial help. My question to the graduates is, how are you going to respond to similar situations when you hear about them regarding one of your classmates? Are you going to step to the plate and help a classmate in need? Remember, life is an opportunity to help others. After Holy Cross, I went to Georgetown University Law School. For those of you who aren't rich, I worked 3 full-time jobs and went to full-time day school at Georgetown. After graduation, I passed the New Jersey bar and received a Rotary International Fellowship to Argentina in South America. I made it a point to visit some of the poorest villages in South America, and at the time, which is in 1967, I was constantly asked why urban riots were taking place in affluent United States, a place which the people that I met with viewed as an oasis. During that fellowship, my social justice future began to take shape. Seeing the extreme poverty in South America was a defining moment in my life. I believed then and believe now that the United States has a moral obligation to help remedy these conditions in the developing world, conditions which I personally witnessed in the late 1960s and which exist around the world today. However, I regret that I don't believe we have the stomach or the public support at home to address these foreign conditions and change them. And I don't believe that we will ever have that kind of commitment until we have solved at home here our own problems of race, poverty, education, and affordable housing. As a result, I returned to New Jersey and became a legal services lawyer in the late 60s and dedicated my life to doing what I could to solve these problems. In 1968, I went to work in the city of Camden, New Jersey. For those of you who don't know, Camden has a population of 77,000, over 40% unemployment, is the poorest city of its size in the United States, and is the #1 murder capital in this country. Last year we had 67 murders, mostly from drugs. Soon in Camden, after I arrived, riots broke out for the same reasons as they had broken out earlier in Detroit, Newark, and Los Angeles. Blacks were segregated in racial ghettos. Police and community were at odds. Unemployment was high and jobs were low paying. The urban public school systems were a failure, and there was a lack of affordable housing in the cities and none in the surrounding white suburbs, which were being developed as the result of white flight from our urban areas. Recognizing these urban conditions in Camden and in the cities across the nation, I viewed them as morally intolerable. But I also found that those conditions would never be solved within the boundaries of those urban areas. So I met with 2 other attorneys, and we developed, some of which you have read in the program, a litigation and development strategy which is now known nationally as the Mount Laurel Doctrine. We represented Ethel Lawrence, a black woman who became known after our court victories as the Rosa Parks of affordable housing. We filed an exclusionary zoning lawsuit against Mount Laurel Township, which was a developing suburb 15 minutes outside of the city of Camden. I want you to know that Ethel Lawrence was a 5th-generation resident of Mount Laurel Township. Her descendants had come to Mount Laurel Township as part of the Underground Railroad. Being here today at Berea has a special meaning and connection for me because in the Mount Laurel case, I have represented the descendants of the slaves who escaped through the Underground Railroad at a time when Berea College was fighting the battle of slavery and founded this college on principles of abolition. Mount Laurel was evolving from a farming community to a suburb, and the elected officials who had just recently moved to the town felt that they had to preserve the town as a middle-class suburban enclave. And in their minds, to do that, they created exclusionary land use practices and zoning. They wanted to keep the poor out from around the region. But they also had a second mission, which was to use code enforcement to remove the black residents who had lived in the township for generations. In response, Ethel Lawrence and a group of her friends formed a nonprofit corporation and tried to build 36 affordable housing units. Ethel realized that there was no housing planned in the more than 10,000 units being approved for middle-income and upper-income future residents. The town, of course, rejected her plans. Then they invited the mayor to come to their church, the Jacob's Chapel AME Church, next to where the Underground Railroad stop had been located. The mayor came and told my clients, if you people can't afford to live in our town, then you'll just have to leave. Quite an irony for the new suburban officials to tell Ethel Lawrence that Mount Laurel was their town and that the black families that had lived there for generations had to leave. The litigation against Mount Laurel was filed by me in 1971. Death threats were made against Ethel Lawrence. I was confronted at every public meeting I attended by people who wanted to hit me physically. It took 4 years for us to ultimately win a unanimous decision in the New Jersey Supreme Court against Mount Laurel Township. The Mount Laurel 1 decision was the first and only time in United States history that a state Supreme Court has interpreted state constitution to require each developing municipality in the state to provide affordable housing opportunities for the poor. We thought we had won. But Mount Laurel refused to comply with court orders, and 8 years later, in 1983, we won again by unanimous decision in the Supreme Court of New Jersey in what's known as Mount Laurel II. The mandate of the decision was extended to 566 municipalities, every community in the state. Then the legislature stepped in and passed the Fair Housing Act in 1985, and the combination of the two cases and the legislative act have become known as the Mount Laurel Doctrine. The New York Times reported that the Mount Laurel decisions are the most significant social justice rulings since Brown versus Board of Education in the mid-1950s. In retrospect, I can honestly say that the legal victories now seem easy compared with the effort to actually implement the decisions and build housing. It took me 30 years to build 140 units in Mount Laurel, known as Ethel Lawrence Homes. Unfortunately, Ethel died of cancer in 1994 and was unable to see the development. What I feel most proudest of is when I see the children in the development running around playing like kids, not afraid, and going to good schools. They don't have to worry, as they did when we started this, that they could become an innocent victim of murder in a drug war in the city of Camden. Many of the children in our suburban housing are from the city of Camden. To see our development, you'd be surprised to know that I encountered such heartfelt community opposition. When we went to the planning board, over 600 residents, it seems like something like a group today, would oppose us on every step of the way. The cries were the same, as you know, called NIMBYism, or not in my backyard. The property project will destroy our property taxes, destroy our neighborhood, ruin our schools, and increase crime. Those were the rallying cries at that time. 10 years later, in an effort to refute those allegations, I retained Princeton University to study the impact of our development on our residents, the neighbors, the township, and the school system. The study was completed over a 2-year period in 2012 and found that not one of the allegations ever materialized. In fact, hundreds and hundreds of neighbors in the surrounding neighborhood who were interviewed didn't even know that the development existed. More importantly, this study revealed that moving to Mount Laurel, moving from an inner city ghetto to a suburban setting, was a major benefit to our residents. It allowed them opportunities to go to good schools, have good jobs, most importantly, be safe and be in a healthy neighborhood. The results, Princeton concluded, reduced stress, improved their health, and their life outcomes. As a result, our residents have a future. They have good jobs, welfare dependency has been dramatically reduced, and the children are doing well in school for 2 reasons. They have a lower stress level, and what's most important, they attend a school where there's a socioeconomic mix. Their test scores are dramatically above their peers in Camden, and they're equal to the Mount Laurel students and the state averages. The Princeton study will be released in July in the form of a book entitled Climbing Mount Laurel. I intend to personally deliver a copy to our governor, Chris Christie, who has vowed to undo the Mount Laurel doctrine. He has said this for 4 years now. He's up for re-election in November, and then probably someday you'll run into him because he intends to run for president in 2016. I can guarantee 1 vote he will not receive. As I come to the end of my remarks, I want to tell you that the doctrine has produced 60,000 affordable housing units built outside areas of urban ghettos, and we have 30,000 more units in the development pipeline ready to go. We celebrated at the Lawrence Homes in 2002, and our speaker was one of your former speakers, Julian Bond. As you can see, the struggle for social justice is not easy. It takes determination, hard work, and perseverance. Social justice reforms are not 100-yard dashes. They are marathons. To sustain a life dedicated to helping others, one needs strong fundamental values of the type that you have learned here at Berea. It's now your generation's time to act, time to join in the social justice struggle to try to solve some of our nation's problems. In concluding, I tell you, have faith in God, live your life for others, have joy in your heart. Congratulations, thank you, and God bless you.
Good afternoon. Today we honor all of our wonderful Berea College graduates, but we would like to take a moment here to recognize those of you who, like me, are first-generation college graduates. Although neither of my parents or grandparents graduated from college, I was blessed to live in a home with people who were avid readers. My grandfather read the Bible for an hour every day of my life. I was surrounded by books and people who engaged critically and intellectually with the issues of the day. They watched the news, they argued about politics, and they read and read and read. They also encouraged us to go to college, to take advantage of all of the opportunities that they did not have. I have 5 siblings, and 4 of us are college graduates, 2 with advanced degrees. They were a proud people who worked hard and taught their children and grandchildren to work hard and to be honest. I do believe that I was successful in college because of these wonderful people, and today I stand on their shoulders. My education has truly been transformative. My children have had experiences I could only dream of as a child. They spent a year in Zimbabwe when they were little girls. They have been to the Caribbean. They've been to South America. All of our lives have been transformed by education, and I know that yours will be as well. At this time, I would like to recognize those of you in the Berea College graduating class of 2013 who are proud first-generation college graduates. Please stand.
Mr. President, I recommend that the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture and Natural Resources be conferred on all eligible graduates. Would the candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture and Natural Resources, with all the rights and privileges attached thereto. Would you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture and Natural Resources, Celeste Telecki Bayer, magna cum laude. Kaylee Noel Heyer. Samantha K. Kindred. Jennifer Lynn King. Samuel Joseph Marshall. Shayna Elizabeth Mason. Sean Theodore McCoy. Joshua Brent Morgan. Elisha Washington Mosier. Desiree Alexis Negron. Darius Lindsay Pollard. Benjamin Fairfax Timby. David Neil Woody III. Mr. President, I recommend that the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration be conferred on all eligible candidates. Would the candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I am pleased to confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with all the rights and privileges attached thereto. Would you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Channing Brown. Nathaniel Day Burcham. Tyler Jean Burris. Tiffany Rochelle Camp. Vyacheslav Alarevich Korobenikov. Veronica Claire Krebs. Yiman, magna cum laude. Huda Mutki, cum laude. Nathan Ogle. Myra Brianeth Perez. Justin Matthew Sherwood. Jeffrey Scott Stoffel. Judith Chang Su, cum laude. Kyle Shane Tibbs. Mariutu Didi Uche, cum laude. Mr. President, I recommend that the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing be conferred on all eligible candidates. Would the candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing with all the rights and privileges attached thereto. Would you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Gilbert Banga Tomukua. Stephen Russell Homer. Kelly Louise Korb. Katie Lynn Laxon. Aaron Gail Phillips, cum laude. Mariam Farah Poredarian. Janie Nicole Presnell. Ashley Elizabeth Shackelford. Laura Ashley Short. Mackenzie Paige Stoner. Brandy K. Woodall. Allison Heather York. Lara M. Zavalza Neeson. Mr. President, I recommend that the degree of Bachelor of Science in Technology and Industrial Arts be conferred on all eligible candidates. Would the candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I am pleased to confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Technology and Industrial Arts, with all the rights and privileges attached thereto. Would you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Technology and Industrial Arts, Daniel Abraham Nwachukwu. Lathan Carlton Bennett, Jr. Brendan Matthias Callan. Richard Patrick Costanzo III. Tori C. Creighton. Abby Dietz was scheduled to graduate with her class as a technology and industrial arts major, but suffered rather severe injuries in a September automobile accident. Her seat has been left vacant in honor of her presence with our class today, and I acknowledge Abby's long road to recovery. Noah Eldon Field. Garth Estel Kraus. Derek Christopher Guin. Nathan Wayne Hazelwood. Jordan O'Brien Munger. Anthony Christopher White. Mr. President, I recommend that the degree of Bachelor of Science in Technology and Applied Design be conferred on all eligible candidates. Would the candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Technology and Applied Design, with all the rights and privileges attached thereto. Would you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Technology and Applied Design, Shannon K. Lee. Derek DeAndre Matthews. Mr. President, I recommend that the degree of Bachelor of Arts be conferred on all eligible candidates. Would the candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges attached thereto. Would you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Carrie Margaret Adams. Jedediah Isaiah Mika. Alicia Lachey Anderson. Winifred Arthur. Tesla Diane Arvin. William Ryan Bain. Daniel N. Barasa, summa cum laude. Rachel Victoria Barber. Danny Aaron Barnes. Amanda Grace Barton. Nicholas Allen Bauer. L'Oreal Victoria Bell. Rhonda McClish Bell. Amanda Grissett Benitez. Molly Marie Bennett. Joshua David Best. Catherine Nicole Bills, magna cum laude. Joel Marcus Bourne. Tommy Odell Boykin II. Tuniquia LaQuinta Bradley. Carol Elizabeth Brobeck, magna cum laude. Jordan Lachey Brooks. Sean Michael Bruce. Catherine H. Burgess. Philip Nathan Orlo Burnham. Aaron Michelle Callow, magna cum laude. Tristan Oliver Carr. Harley Lee Catron. Brianna Lee Cecil. Jessica Michelle Ciccarelli. Nicholas Lee Clark. Brandy LeRae Clem. Crystal Marie Collett. Julia Ivy Collins. Kendra Michelle Combs. Dallas Quentin Cook. Erica Lynn Cook. Gregory Wayne Cox. Linda Lee Haley Craig, cum laude. Georgia Rose Dahlquist. Jeffrey Christopher Damron. Charlotte Ellen Dawson. Misty Nicole DeMoss. Brianna Yvonne Dennis. Lachey Nicole Dickerson. Kirsty Babb Duncan. Markeisha Trinae Dunham. Danny Tyrone Dyer Jr., magna cum laude. Carmen Ray Edgerton. Benjamin Allen Elmore. Sarah Elizabeth Elrod. Jessica Elaine Elston. Valerie Edith Erb. Matthew A. Eversole. Shayna Brianna Finney, cum laude. Nicole Ray Fisher. Cheryl Marie Fagan. Hannah Courtney Franklin, cum laude. Cassidy K. Franklin Dutton. Valerie Michelle Frost, cum laude. Hannah Jade Gatliff. Janie Lynn Gilbert Pianki. Felicita Koski Glick. Alona Sergeyevna Gordienko. Eva Elisa Griffin, magna cum laude. Emily Renee Haygood. Joshua Allen Hall. Russell Dean Hammond II. Jeremiah Christopher Hart. Samuel M. Hawes. Mia Janae A. Henderson Bonilla. Emily Page Hinkson. Michael Lee Hostetler, magna cum laude. Kyle Theron Horn. You ready? Jaleesa M. Hunter. Seth Gordon Hutchins. Danielle Denise Hutchinson. Rohan Matthew Isaac, magna cum laude. Megan Rebecca Jones. Nadia Alexa Carcany. Yuta Katsumi, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Keller. Heather Rose Kelly. Scott Martin Kenny, cum laude. Alexis Brittany Marie Kidder. Elizabeth Ann Kilburn. Kyle Andrew Kincaid. Jessica Ruth Bailey King, magna cum laude. Sherilyn Jan Kinnaman. Benjamin Paul Kirkpatrick. Nathan Douglas Corris. Sarah Ann Kozel. Kelly Yuko Kusumoto. Nicole Deanne Lay. Adrian Lebo. Michele Tunisia Leverette. Corey Marcus Lewis. Horton Lee. Sean Lee Literal. Chelsea Karen Christine Lloyd. Amanda Pearl Luff, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Page Mackey. Brittany Renee Mathis. Neil Howard Meekum, summa cum laude. Melissa Dawn Melson. Kay Olivia Mazzaros. Chase Alexander Miles Harris. Daniel Marty Miller, magna cum laude. Stella Welsh Miller. Brian Christopher Minton. Myra Kathleen Morrison, cum laude. Cody W. Monholland. Diego Andres Moya. Marionette F. Ngambu. Jamie Beth Nunnery. Cassandra Lee Ogelschlager. Daisy Michael Packard. Grace L. Parr. Daryl Wayne Patrick. Tasha Irene Payne. Trina K. Payton, cum laude. Casey Grant Phillips, cum laude. Reynaldo D. Pierre Louis. Lydia Christine Pope. Tiffany Ann Pope. Brandon Wayne Rader. Daniel Thomas Redmond. Gloria L. Reyna. Joshua Vincent Roden. Jessica Marie Roberge. Stacy Lee Roberts, magna cum laude. Amanda Lee Rothstein. Colleen Brianna Rouse. Aaron Thomas Saderholm. Martha Wren Savage, cum laude. Andrea Jane Shell. Ashley Lynn Sharp. Sarah E. Sherwood. Douglas Wayne Shields. Daniel John Sinkle. Joseph Tanner Slagle, cum laude. Brittany Renee Smith. Crystal Michelle Snelson. Nicole Elizabeth Stetton. Tiara Denise Stokes. Matthew David Summy. Aisha N. Taylor. David Christopher Tennell. Emmanuel Tesfa Michael, cum laude. Sai Thiha. Brittany Marie Thomas. Josiah Lemuel Thomas. Michael Anthony Thomas. Ifan Anselmus Titale, magna cum laude. Tyler Lucas Vanover. Ashley Nicole Vaught. Alicia Daleen Victoria, magna cum laude. Kayla Elizabeth Vincent. Kristen M. Waits. Alicia Victoria Ward. Juliana Reese Warner, magna cum laude. Lucas Andrew Warner. Tila Marie Warren. Brandy Lynn Whitaker. Elijah Seth Whitaker, magna cum laude. Michella Delane White. Noah William White. Jordan Blake Whitehead. James Robert Wilder. Rosanna Joy Wilhite, magna cum laude. Hannah Joy Worcester. Juliana Michelle York, cum laude. Jessica Nicole Young. Joel David Eric Zarders.
So would you all please rise and join us in singing the hymn, O God, our help in ages past.
Thank you, Professor Bolster. Well, beloved Bereans of the class of 2003, it's official. You've graduated, you've shaken my hand, and you have your diploma. Before you get on to the celebration following and to the rest of your life, I have just a few thoughts to share with you too. I want to begin by thanking our speaker, Mr. Peter O'Connor, for his encouraging and inspiring remarks. It's been a real honor to have you with us, Peter. Thank you for sharing your story with us and for everything else we've been able to learn from you during your visit. What you and your colleagues have accomplished in New Jersey is remarkable and inspiring as we face similar challenges in our part of the country. I assure you, because I know Berea students, staff, and faculty, that we all stand with you in working for social justice, for basic rights, for access to affordable housing and safe neighborhoods, and for the right to an education for everyone willing to work for it. As you continue your marathon, when you look to your left or right, you'll see Bereans running with you shoulder to shoulder. Students, members of the graduating class of 2013, you are the real focus today. During your 4 years on campus, Berea College has undergone significant change. You had ringside seats as an endowment-dependent institution, responded to a time of severe economic change, followed thankfully now by a measure of recovery. You have seen and supported a strong and steady increase in the college's investment in sustainability, the most recent and tangible example of that being the Deep Green Residence Hall, which will open for move-in by students this August. And you have helped break in a new president, me. Only Berea's ninth, so that doesn't happen very often. And during your 4 years on campus, just the start of your involvement with the community of Berea, you have also seen that in the respects that matter, Berea College has stayed the same, has stayed true to its commitments, mission, and identity. And that's important because it's those commitments and that mission that define the college and the extended community that makes it up. You already know this institution well and have become part of it, but I want to predict that it will become increasingly clear to you as you go forth that you earned your degree at a truly singular institution. I encourage you to explore this subject with other college graduates that you will meet and get to know. As you compare your college experiences, I think you will be surprised, as will be your conversation partners, at Berea's distinctiveness. You will encounter admiration when you let them know that you went to the first college in the South to admit all persons, regardless of race or gender. They might not believe you when you say that you went to a college where none of the students could have afforded to pay any tuition on their own and didn't. You might encounter some envy when you let them know that you got to work for the college you attended and that helped you polish your work ethic, helped you pay for your other college costs, and by reducing the costs of operating the school, made it possible for more students to attend and get the benefits of a Berea education. You could let that friend know that because of that singular mission and identity, Berea College attracts a great deal of support across the nation from people who aren't even its own alumni. More than 2/3 of the people who send us gifts each year are not alums. And this is another thing that's really unique about your school. So finally, if you want to help me out in my job as fundraiser in chief, you could work in the suggestion that that friend consider sending a contribution to Berea too. And that'll have the additional positive effect of reminding you to send your gift to Berea. You wouldn't, after all, want your non-Berea friends to have all the fun and satisfaction of supporting this wonderful place and the future generations of Berea students. And when you're thinking about supporting Berea, don't worry that the amount you can afford might seem small at first. Just give what's reasonable in your circumstances, but do it every year. And you know what? Two things. You'll enjoy giving back, and with the fine education you have received and your drive and talent, you'll likely be able to increase that support over time and have major impact in other venues of your life as well. During your 4 years of college, you graduates have become empowered with the knowledge you gained through your liberal arts education, with greater facility in critical thinking, problem solving, and working in groups and teams, all sorts of other job skills, with enhanced ability to communicate sophisticated ideas in sophisticated ways using new technologies, and with your experience of how a learning community works and cares for one another. With all that, you are now well educated and your voice and capacity have been amplified. They have the potential to reach and to carry you far and wide. So, what will you do with that voice and your other capabilities? No doubt, that's a question that's been on your mind already from time to time. You've been reminding yourself, I'm sure, that to those to whom much has been given, much is expected. And in fact, that question should continue to occupy you for the rest of your life. A 19th century president, Isaac Sharpless, in a graduation address in 1888, put it this way, and I don't think it's been improved on in 125 years. I suggest that you preach truth and do righteousness as you have been taught, whereinsoever that teaching may commend itself to your consciences and your judgments. For your consciences and your judgments we have not sought to bind. And see you to it that no other institution, no political party, no social circle, no religious organization, no pet ambitions put such chains on you as would tempt you to sacrifice one iota of the moral freedom of your consciences or the intellectual freedom of your judgments. That's Isaac Sharpless. You are ready for all of this. Be firm in your convictions, honor and draw strength from your spiritual commitments, and find the fun in all you do. There's no situation that is so dire that opportunities do not lurk within. There is no enterprise so daunting that taking the first step does not build confidence to proceed. There's no problem too complex for persons of greatness to tackle, especially working together. And every relationship is an opportunity to make a difference. Most important, make every significant choice with intention. That is to say, make up your own mind. That's why you have it, and that's how to get the most out of what you have begun in these last 4 years. So congratulations, and go forth in confidence. It's now my pleasure to move on to the presentation of the Wood Achievement Awards. Each year, Berea College presents the Wood Achievement Awards to a top male and female in the graduating class who have achieved outstanding scholarship and have made excellent contributions to the life of the college. It's my pleasure to present the TJ and Hilda Welsh Wood Achievement Awards to two outstanding members of the class of 2013. The Hilda Welsh Wood Achievement Award for Women. Reflecting on her Berea College experience, this year's recipient of the Hilda Welsh Wood Achievement Award for Women says, "I must sincerely admit that the entirety of my personhood has changed to the point that I could not puzzle out where I have gained or lost. I am new. I am new because of the people I have met here. I am new from the professors who challenged me, from the jobs I have held, and from the 4 months I spent abroad in a foreign country." This student is a Spanish major, graduating magna cum laude. She was frequently listed on the Dean's List and is a member of Fleur de Lis, Vincent Key Patautor, and Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society. In 2012, she was awarded the Bolin Blaine Memorial Scholarship, and this spring she was awarded the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship. She has taken advantage of the many curricular and extracurricular opportunities at the college, including intramural sports, Bible studies, guitar lessons, and dance troupes. This student wisely encourages all Bereans to, quote, look humbly at the past and submit to the great commitments of this college with tenacious dedication, unquote, so that Berea will continue to be beloved to others as it has been to her. So please join me in congratulating Erin Callow from Ohio City, Ohio, as the recipient of the 2013 Hilda Welsh Wood Achievement Award for Women. Please come forward, Erin. The recipient of this year's T.J. Wood Award for Men says that of all the factors contributing to his wonderful undergraduate experience at Berea College, the opportunities for service and the diverse and inclusive community were the most meaningful to him. He writes that after learning about the various service programs available to students during a preview weekend for the Bonner Scholars Program, he realized Berea was the right place for him. He values the diversity of the student body and notes that he has, quote, made friends from North Carolina to Afghanistan, from Japan to Ohio, all of whom have contributed to his ever-expanding worldview, unquote. This chemistry major is graduating with a 3.81 grade point average. He is regularly listed on the Dean's List and is a member of the Mortar Board, Phi Kappa Phi, Vincent Key Patautor, and Fleur de Lis Honor Societies. He has received numerous awards, including the J. Stanton King Science Award, the Lilly Brand Scholarship in Physical Sciences, and the Class of 1958 Chemistry Academic Achievement Award. He states that his, quote, learning accomplishments have come from both inside the classroom and outside, and that his labor experiences have also added to his rich experience at Berea, unquote. He has participated in intramural soccer and basketball and has volunteered for a variety of programs, including HEAL, Adopt a Grandparent, food drives, and the Empty Bowls hunger awareness events. On top of these many accomplishments, he has also been involved in the Student Government Association, the Faculty Sustainability Committee, and served as president of the Asian Student Union. He plans to attend graduate school in the field of chemistry and environmental science and says that he is grateful for the opportunity to be part of the Berea College community. So please join me in congratulating Ifan Titale as the recipient of the 2013 T.J. Wood Achievement Award for Men. Please come forward, Ifan. An integral part of the Berea College education is our labor program. And at this point, I want to recognize two other awards by simply asking the recipients to stand where they are. I would like to recognize Daniel Redman, who was selected as the Berea College Student Employee of the Year, but he went on to get that honor in the whole state of Kentucky. Daniel, please rise for our applause. We also select a labor supervisor of the year in recognition of the essential contribution made by the labor program to the students' education. And this year we have selected Clara Chapman, who works in the Office of Institutional Research and Assessment. And Clara, would you stand, please?
Get your singing voices ready. We have 3 awards to give, and then we want you to sing like crazy. I'll be giving announcing the winner of the Paul C. Hager Excellence in Advising Award. Wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates and let you know that your advisors believe that today, as graduates, that you're dream advisees, that you're the best advisees they've ever had. And over here, although we have many excellent advisors, today we're going to honor just one. The Paul C. Hager Excellence in Advising Award Committee reviewed nominations from many students. One of those students' nominators states that the heart, character, and dedication of this year's winner has spawned not only professional but also personal growth. A second student nominee states that the winner of this year's Advising Award is particularly skillful in establishing a mentoring relationship with each advisee by listening and by helping us assess both our strengths and challenges. Student nominators of this advisee also had a deep appreciation for the efforts of this year's winner to think creatively and help foster student engagement in the full spectrum of learning opportunities at Berea College. One nominee indicated that this advisor helped them discover an off-campus summer volunteer opportunity that, according to the student, was one of the best experiences of his life. Another student nominator indicated that a conversation with this year's winner helped him rethink and reconsider a summer internship, and that the internship in the end proved an excellent experience. Further, according to student nominators, this year's winner connects his life experience with class learning and gives a whole new perspective on career learning and thinking. Perhaps one such life experience influencing this year's winner is the 7 years he spent as senior soil scientist in Nairobi, Kenya. Additional life experience of this year's winner include a bachelor's of science from North Carolina and a PhD from North Carolina State University. Please join me in celebrating the enduring excellent advising of Paul Smithson.
The Elizabeth Perry's Miles Award for Community Service is awarded each year to someone who has given strong service to Berea College in his or her career. The recipient has served not only the Berea College community, but also made a large impact upon the wider community. The recipient is not aware of their selection until it is announced each year at this point in the commencement service. This year, I am honored to present the award to 2 deserving individuals, and I ask them to come forward as I read the award. Berea College presents the Elizabeth Perry Miles Award for Community Service to Richard and Cheyenne Oldham Olson. Richard and Cheyenne Olson have been valuable members of the Berea College community, the city of Berea, and the Appalachian region as teachers, leaders, and role models for sustainable living. Through their grassroots local nonprofit organization, Sustainable Berea, they have initiated projects that support household resilience through their mission to, quote, relocalize our economy, food systems, and energy sources while radically reducing the city's reliance on fossil fuels, unquote. Their work was instrumental in Berea being named a transition town, and their time, talent, and resources inspire and support individuals and communities to be active advocates for the earth. Richard was the first director of sustainability and environmental studies and continues as a dedicated faculty member. Together with other partners, he founded the Community Sustainability Laboratory, which fosters collaboration between the college and local communities, including the development of a Berea food forest. He has served on the board of the Pine Mountain Settlement School and the Berea City Planning Commission, and has worked with the Arthur Morgan Institute for Community Solutions. For 15 years, Cheyenne has served with distinction as a gift officer in alumni and college relations, securing funds and building relationships to help support and sustain the mission of the college for generations to come. She also works with women who are recovering from alcohol and drug addictions and plays a prominent role in the work of local cat rescue organizations. For these reasons and many more, Richard and Cheyenne have personified Berea College's great commitments through their dedication to human well-being on and well beyond the borders of our campus. Congratulations, Richard and Cheyenne.
At Berea College, we have 150 faculty dedicated to high academic expectations and unwavering support of students. I celebrate and thank each one of them for work very well done. Today, we celebrate in particular one of these faculty members. This professor has taught, advised, mentored, challenged, and encouraged students at Berea College for more than 3 decades. The nomination letters from members of our community demonstrate several common characteristics of this member of the faculty: enthusiastic, passionate, knowledgeable, steadfast, patient, concerned, supportive, kind, and most of all, available. One student wrote, quote, "I am about to graduate, and in reflecting on my years here, I realize that I probably never would have made it to this point," end quote, without the faculty member we honor today. Faculty colleagues of our winner note that this professor is often in the office, from morning into evening, working to help students achieve academic success. One nominator wrote that this professor, quote, "is focused on getting students to the next level and sacrifices much to see this accomplished," end quote. Another that this professor, quote, "deeply believes that every student really wants a home-cooked meal and is determined to provide one to each of them," end quote. The person whom we honor today, like many of our students, was the first person in her family to graduate from college, and because her family could not contribute much to support her, she worked throughout her undergraduate years. A person particularly close to our honoree tells me, quote, "I believe that this background has given her tremendous empathy, understanding, appreciation, and respect for Berea students." Teaching mathematics to students who may have been affected negatively, by prior math classes is not easy, but our honoree takes all of this in stride. Such work is truly her professional reason for being. A graduate of the University of Maine, Orono, and with a master's degree from the University of Colorado at Boulder, this person is exceedingly dedicated to Berea's students as well as its great mission to serve the underserved. She has many titles, from the concert choir mom to one of our campus's greatest jokesters, to a very successful math professor. Oh, and of course, the pride of Bangor, Maine. As a frequent commuter to and from campus on foot, on the rare days that she does drive, she sometimes forgets where, in her delightful Arliss accent of Maine, she has parked the car. By now, many of you realize whom we honor today as the 2013 Seabury Award winner for excellence in teaching. Please join me in congratulating Professor Sandy Bolster.
Please stand and join me in singing the up-tempo version of Berea Beloved, accompanied by David Wallace back there on the keyboard.
Berea, beloved, where friendships are formed.
Please be seated. Please be aware that there will be a reception immediately following the graduation exercises. The reception will take place on the first and second floors of this building. Please follow the signs. And now may you find yourselves released to soar. When you encounter the Ethel Lawrences of your lives, whoever or whatever they might be, may you find yourself equipped and inspired to serve. May faithfulness to your beliefs and convictions accompany you always and guide you daily. Each in your own way, preach truth, do righteousness, and may your gift from God be joy. Hallelujah, 2013, and amen.